to EMEA.
Sure.
Thank you, Bhargav. As part of the EMEA roundup today, we had 2 assessed events and 27 other developments. For sure, the spotlight on Europe throughout the last 4 days was on Ukraine and Russia. That will be discussed in another session. But some of the developments that were quite significant in Europe, Germany, in Germany especially, at least 250,000 people marched in Cologne yesterday to protest against Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The Cologne March came a day after hundreds of thousands of people protested across Europe against Russia. This was in solidarity with the Ukrainian people. Some of the other also developments in France and Italy, authorities relaxed COVID-19 related restrictions across the country. The relaxation took places with changes to mask wearing, testing protocols, and school systems. Significantly in the UK, there were large queues at fuel stations across the country yesterday. Residents raced to fill up their tanks before the price of fuel increased. The spike in fuel prices comes amid the Russian invasion of Ukraine. However, in the Middle East, in Iraq, several people demonstrated in Dihikar governorate yesterday to demand the dismissal of local officials. The demonstrations were organized in the Al Safina area in Nasiriyah city. These are the significant developments from the EMEA, from the Europe and Middle East region. Over to you, Sitati, to cover up on Africa.
Well, thank you, Bassel. In Africa today, we covered 11 developments, and 2 of these were assessed. And those were the protests in Conakry, Guinea, and the nationwide protests by university students in Abuja, Nigeria. And the university students in Nigeria yesterday staged the protests, mostly in Abuja, and then in also other states across the country. And most important of all, they barricaded several major roads in the capital, Abuja. And these students gathered at the Unity Fountain and then marched to the National Assembly, where they also attempted to break into the assembly before they were stopped by security forces. And to note is that these students are protesting against the strike by the lecturers organized by the Academic Staff Union of Universities. And the students' protests are likely to continue in the coming days, especially if the academic staff do not end their strike. And just before I finish off, yesterday in South Africa, along the N3 National Road, we had a strike by the truck drivers. And then today, there's also a planned strike by a protest by the South African Cabin Crew Association and the National Union of Metro Workers in Pretoria, which will be staged outside the Public Enterprises Department offices. So that's all from Africa. Over to you, Bhargav, to wind up today's session. Thank you.
Thank you, Sitati. We will wind up the EMEA as well as APAC here. Thank you very much for joining us. We will be conducting a separate session on the Ukrainian tension issue with Paul. Thank you very much.